Okay. If you guys are totally into infused blends, canna friendly, and so much more, you guys want to check out Queen's Infusions. That's right. Double Dose of Raw Talk is officially sponsored by Queen's Infusions. You can find her on Instagram and her Etsy shop. Don't forget to use code DDRT and you will get 20% off. It is by far the best blends I've ever tried. I absolutely enjoy and totally put me in a vibe that I need. I mean, who doesn't? So go check it out. Remember, Queen's Infusions, social media, Instagram, Etsy shop, DDRT for 20% off. Go, hurry. Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. What? Hey. Do it like it's my BDAY. Y'all, we are here. It is your favorite host, Double Dose of Misty's birthday. And I'm just excited to be here, you guys. Oh my God. I think I've shared with you guys maybe 2 official birthdays, I believe. So happy birthday to Double Dose of Misty. All right, so let's dive right into this shit. As you guys know, you are tuning in to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast. You know, the show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable and no topic is ever off limits. I will never get tired of saying that on this platform. But as always, a shameless plug. You guys already heard what the intro said. It is us promoting out there our official, sponsored, fully rebranded. If you have not listened to last week's episode, this is the moment where you make sure you go back and you listen to it, because our show was formerly sponsored by Cannabis Queen of Queens and it is now sponsored by Queen's Infusions, completely rebranded, but totally leveling the fuck up, regardless of what social media wants to silence about canna-friendly products. But nevertheless, it is the blends for me. So make sure you go to the show notes, link in my bio, and make your purchases and use the DDRT code for 20% off. Now, like I said, let's dive right in, y'all. Do it like it's my BDAY, baby. And it is. And I am excited because, oh, child, where do I begin? First of all, and your great old fashioned Bronx girl that I am just in a place where nothing in life is ever fucking perfect, and we all know this, right? But what is so satisfying about a reflective moment like a B-Day, a birthday, 36 years of fine life, y'all, because I am absolutely proud of where I am today. And let me dive into this a little bit deeper. Let me give you a fully loaded dose here. My life is not perfect. Nobody's fucking life is perfect. Let's just face it. Not even the rich. Okay? Not even the utmost wealthiest person is 1,000% happy. Okay? And that is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay? Because, I mean, if we're going to get real reflective here, like, y'all, aren't we supposed to be continuously changing, continuously learning, evolving, challenging ourselves, growing? I mean, you name it. Isn't that all supposed to continuously happen to us in our lives? And so this is why I believe that no one is ever fully 1,000% happy. But do I feel happy? Am I overall happy, genuinely happy with where I am today? Yes, I am. And I'm grateful. I'm fucking grateful that I finally feel like I am living in my true moment. And what does that look like? That looks like this podcast is still going. That looks like I have some way, somehow managed. And y'all know y'all been tuning into my mini souls and my mini doses and my full episodes with my guests. And you guys know that very recent in these past several months, more than several months, I've definitely been struggling because I have not been in therapy due to a career shift, well, change in a job, really. And it was a benefit that I used to get. And I'm hoping to start getting it again in this new company. But because of that change, I was no longer getting therapy, and it definitely hit me hard. However, y'all, I am proud to say that I some way, somehow have figured out a little bit of a balance here. And I figured out how to allow myself, and y'all know I've been saying this phrase, the grace and space. That has helped me so much. I have truly been able to develop strategy and skills just surrounding that piece on how to balance out everything that I cannot control and everything that I can. I am very, very happy with my level of self-awareness. I've definitely spoken about this in these recent episodes, the last few, and my self-awareness being that, yeah, bitch, you got to get back in the gym. Yeah, you have to start eating much healthier. Yes, you have to now level up your time management. You have to even level up your tactics and your strategies and your skills and balancing life to balancing your multifaceted careers. And what does that look like? That looks like the career with the 9 to 5, which is never 9 to 5, y'all. That looks like the podcast. That looks like the writing. That looks like my collaborations. That looks like finding that time and that energy to do so, to clear my mind and then to make my mind work. I've really just truly reached a true level of satisfaction when it comes to the self-awareness, and knowing and trusting all of the process that I've already been through and all of the process that I'm going to go through, to get back to certain places that also it matched my level of happiness today, if that makes any sense. And I'm just very, very excited with where things are right now for me. I haven't fully announced this, but there is a venture coming along. I did make one mention of it in a tweet. If you go back to my social media, you'll probably find it. But there is a venture in the horizon that's already in its work, in its faith, and it's something that my heart is truly in. It's something that I am dedicating to, and I'm very, very happy who I am embarking with when it comes to this venture. And I can't wait until everything makes just perfect sense and falls so much into place that I'll be able to shout it to the top of my lungs and share it with all of you, because it goes with just everything that I've dedicated myself to do in life in general. Now, I wanted to come to this mic to talk about something, to talk about, I'm being reflective with how I feel about life and just where I am, and, just my satisfaction with life, with me, my happiness levels. And like I said, from the very beginning, none of it is perfect, y'all. None of it is perfect. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. None of it is perfect. I'm going through my shit. Of things that I can't control and things that are completely out of my damn control. And I wish sometimes I could just let it out in front of a person. But I might choose violence. And so that's not what we're going to do. We're going to be the bigger person. But there is just so much to speak on valuable lessons. And I want to say that in this last quarter, right? Clearly I'm born in November, so that's the last quarter of the year of 2021. And the last quarter hits October, November, December, right? And there's still so much still left in the last quarter of this year. But for me, I came to realize that the last quarter in my life, the way it functions in my life year after year, specifically for the last 14 years, and one of the most important job titles of my life. And it started when I was 21 years old. It's motherhood. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I definitely shared this shit in another episode where I was like, oh my God, this whole being a mother to a teen is different. Y'all, but it's different. Ooh, let me tell you how different it is. I'm really not going to give you the details because that's not what this episode is about. This episode is about a very valuable lesson, right? And, but it does pertain to me being a mom to a teenage boy. It pertains to a title, a whole list of job responsibilities under this title that just truly never fucking ends. And the more I realize that, the more I am able to see how valuable this fucking lesson was for me. I am someone who grew up being somewhat of a perfectionist, but not because I wanted to be, because I felt the pressure of being. So I spoke about this a few episodes ago with a guest of, you know, some pressures from my parents, primarily from my mother. Shout out to La Chato, y'all. Shout out to La Chato. Round of applause for La Chato, who gave me life on this very amazing, beautiful November 18, 36 years ago. Shout out to her. All right. Now, I'm a fool. Now, but there were certain pressures that I felt from my mom. You know, if I got, let's say, just to give an example, and I think I've said this before and if I haven't, it's all good. Welcome to the tea, y'all. If I got a 93, she would ask if a fellow classmate got a 95 or more, then I needed to do better just like that person, right? And I think that has a lot to do with why I just never lived in other people's shadows. And I did share several episodes ago when I had Jared on as a guest from It's About Damn Time pod, that there were certain experiences in my life that really complemented why and how I was always just so confident despite some setbacks. But it really was, the root of it came from when I was a child. Now, having felt certain pressures from my mother, and again, this is no shame or shade to my mom. I love her to pieces. I love her to death today in this day and age. I appreciate her more than y'all know, more than y'all could ever know. But when she would do those little methods of comparisons, it was her way to keep me, you know, striving for more excellence, you know, wanting more for myself, perfecting my craft, I guess you could say. I don't know, whatever it is that went through her mind. I've never really truly asked her, but I do know the pressure that I felt. And what I came to realize recently was that it was this mindset, in fact, that my mom had placed upon me that felt like, it's not that I wasn't good enough, although it's felt that way for the majority of my life. It was really like I was always viewed as second place. Second place. Because, you know, there was always someone who did it better. And I realized just how impactful that in fact was and has been and still is to my life. And here's the reason why. Here goes this tremendous lesson that I learned. Oh, as close of a perfectionist that I am, growing up and being in the top classes, the best programs in school, you know, being the one in the family who pushed forward to get a master's degree, a full career, you know, being the person to be one of 4 siblings, and I was the one who they would always go to parent teacher conference night. Never mind the others. Shout out to my siblings. You know, going through all of that and then deciding to rebel at some point, right? I'm realizing now more and more that I was able to sort of adjust that mindset of never being good enough, but just being okay with the best that I can do, because it wasn't so bad being in the second place or the runner up if someone else did it better. Okay. I say that to say, when I was 8 years old, I entered a contest, a writing contest, and I won second place for the book that I wrote. That stood very proud in my elementary school for plenty of years to come. In fact, when I worked there, I used to see it in the library. And I believe that book is somewhere in this house. I believe my mother has it. But it was definitely something to be proud of and to celebrate, right? And again, it brought me back to that mindset that being a runner up in second place was still okay because it was my best, right? And the more I've grown up and the more I've gone through shit and the more I have become an adult, right? And I realize just how much doing my best, even if it means quote unquote being a runner up or landing in second place, or even in something like a podcast, when there's pods ranking and downloads and listeners and shares and tags and likes and all this other stuff. The truth is, I've continued to celebrate my wins. And I realize now it's not because of am I the runner up or am I in second place? No, it is because I've been doing my best. I give it my fucking all. And I am truly happy and content with the work I fucking do because it speaks for itself. And I realize now that maybe that mindset was not so always dangerous growing the fuck up. And maybe all those pressures were not necessarily so negative the way I looked at them. Maybe it has helped me truly appreciate my best work and my ability to give it my all, regardless of where it lands or where it ranks to anybody else. Because I know where my confidence level is, I give it my fucking all. And I'm going to tell you where my aha moment was. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for the shit? For anyone who's a parent or a godparent or an aunt or an uncle or an older sister or older brother, here goes the aha moment and the gag, the true fucking gag here. My son went on to a championship game. Here I am as a mother with this mindset that has evolved into you give it your best and everything is great, right? Because, this is what I learned from my experiences with my mama. And he goes to this championship game. He is a soccer player, athlete in his high school, freshman year. And he goes and makes it to the championship game, his team. And here they go. And when I tell you they played their fucking hearts out, they left everything out on that field, sweat and tears and falls and bumps and bruises and tackles and you fucking name it. Like everything was left on that field. And they didn't get the first place. They got the runner up. And I have to tell y'all that for 2.5 seconds, my heart was so shattered. I was devastated. I cried a little bit, not in front of my son. I wiped those fucking tears. I held it together in front of him. I had to be this strong and be able to maintain that mindset that even though they didn't get what they wanted, because, when it comes to athletes, it's definitely different, especially when you're making it to the championship game, right? That the truth is I was there and I saw the work that they did. I saw that they truly gave it their all. They played their fucking best. And it turns out their best was the runner up. And it was second place. Because there was just someone who played it better. And it was a true fucking lesson in that moment. And it was a whole fucking reality check. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, I once upon a time said, you know what that is? That's called growth. Well, this is growth once again, ladies and gentlemen, because for the first time, I truly fucking realized all the fucking lessons that I learned from my mom, always reminding me to not turn away from the person that did get the better grade, to not turn away from the fact that there are people who are doing better than me. It was more so shining light on that, not to put pressure on me, even though I felt that, right? But to also realize and see, well, fuck it. If they could do it, I could do it too. And that could be me next time. And so if I got the 93 today and they got the 95, then even if next time they get the 98, I should make it to the 95, or I could make it to the 98. What that means is I really had to put all of that into play. Everything that I've learned as a daughter in this last 36 years of my life, to be able to show my child, to show my son, to show the person that looks up to me and looks at my every fucking move, every emotion, every facial expression, every body posture, everything. He looks at everything that I do. And I had to truly demonstrate to him why it is worth celebrating that went into the runner up and that went into the second place, because they truly gave it their fucking all. And I had to be able to show him how that mindset is okay, because it's just going to keep him motivated to keep making it to the final, to keep striving for that, to make that his target. So that the next time he does make it, then his next target and his next goal is to win that championship. Y'all. I am just, in a way, in a very, very small way, I'm in awe in a sense that I've been able to establish this for myself as a mom, as a human being, as a daughter, as a woman. Because the truth is, while there are things that we do compete in, and things are a competition, right? We know this with athletes, sports, different industries, right? To be the best, to win that award, to win that recognition, to win that trophy, that title belt, that belt in boxing. Ooh, child. Ooh, MMA. Let's not even go there, y'all. Like, you always want to strive to be the best, right? But the truth is, you make a name for yourself too. There is strength and wins in that when people know who the fuck you are. Absolutely, there is. It's been a true test for me to be able to implement certain things here with the values of, okay, you made it to second place and it's okay. You still gave it your all. Let's reflect back on your season. Let's reflect back on everything that you've been able to accomplish. Any one of y'all tell me how many can be a freshman in high school, first year, become an athlete, be part of a sport, dive right into the training and the game itself, make it all the way to championships and still be killing it in school? How many kids do you know can fucking do that? Well, my kid can. So congratulations, you met one. But no, for real, like seriously, like there's so much to celebrate in that win, so much of an accomplishment, so much to be fucking proud of, and not necessarily having to be that parent to throw those pressures, to be that human being in this household, to make someone feel like they have to become a perfectionist at something just because I said so, or just because I made them feel that way, but more so because it's goal setting. More so because there's something to look forward to. There's something to work harder towards. More so in a very positive, motivational light than something filled with pressure. And maybe even like that a little bit negative. And it's been a true fucking lesson, y'all. 36 years of life. 14 years into motherhood. It's been a true fucking lesson here. For me to continue looking at life in that lens, right? And to be able to put that shit into place and to work when it comes to my career, when it comes to my person, who the fuck I am. See, I have a full resume put together. But the more I realize in all these ventures that I'm embarking on, the more I realize in all these collaborations I'm involved in, and all the things that I know how to do and I am doing and I'm choosing to chase after, well, fuck, yo, I can't just do a resume. Nah, I need some portfolios too. And I'm working on that. Because the truth is, I have to celebrate all my wins. I have to give recognition to every single fucking accomplishment that I have under my belt and attached to my name. Because second place, runner up, third place, or none, I put my best fucking work into it. I gave it my best. Because one thing's for sure and two things for certain, I'm always going to give it my all. And that's truly something I have to live up to here. It's truly something I have to realize that as I'm closing out this fourth quarter of the year, which truly started for me with a new job. It started for me as, like I said, a mom having to balance an entire fucking life of multifaceted things that I'm involved in and still be able to help him out and set an example and be a role model of what balanced life looks like for him to feel okay with going to school and being part of a team, right? And perfecting his craft, his sport, his game, and maintaining his grades. Like, in reality, this fourth quarter, I have to say, compared to how the year started to where I am today, and hell, 36 upon us here today of my life, celebrating 36 years, y'all. It is a fucking win. I have to say, we are kicking ass here. I have to say, I killed this shit. And I cannot wait to live 36, chapter 36, number 36, once again, as a woman, as a sister, as a mother, as a daughter, as a career woman, as a podcaster, podcast host, producer, as a collaborator, and shit, fuck that, even a consultant, if you ask me, when it comes to other creatives, when it comes to writing, my writing is still going and it's so fucking beautiful. And I'm just so happy to be able to put into words what certain journaling has done to me and to share with you guys. It's me still being a strong ass, badass woman, being so self-aware with all my setbacks and knowing how to align this damn shit so I could get better in different aspects of my life. I'm excited for the next quarter. I'm excited for the next 4 quarters that really involve, that calendar year, but also this year of life. And I wanted to come and leave this shit all on the fucking mic, y'all. And I'm gonna hit you off with one last dose as to why I wanted to bring to y'all so reflective, something that I feel is a true success for me. And, ladies and gentlemen, what we call growth. Full disclosure and very transparently, I've taken pride into sharing so much with you guys, so I'm not going to stray away from doing so. I just want to always be respectful to the privacy of my home, my personal life, but the truth is I do share with you guys my personal life. There is an area of my life that will exist and coexist forever. It is because I also co-parent. And while life has taken its ups and downs and its turns, the co-parenting has definitely been tested. It has been tested to the point of stirring emotions, triggering thought processes, to the point of, damn, I'm glad I'm not the old Daisy. And I'm glad I am who I am today. Full disclosure, right? Full disclosure to share that with you guys, because like I started this episode, nothing in this life is easy, nor is it perfect. None of it's not easy, not perfect. Whoever promised y'all your life would be easy and perfect by the time you enter this world lied to you. They lied. They was lying. Don't believe them. But it has been one of my greatest tests this year. Figuring out post-pandemic co-parenting, figuring out sharing a child, figuring out the ups and downs, individual ones, and then the co-parenting ones, right? It has been a true test for me. Because I've dealt with some triggers. I've dealt with some, no shame on this, post-traumatic stress disorder, and some fears of falling back into a very vicious and horrible cycle from many, many moons ago, when your girl was more like 25, 26 and not 36, right? And I want to be able to share with you guys and say that even when those setbacks are out of your control, even when those setbacks are in the hands of another person whom you cannot at all whatsoever, because we just can't. We cannot manipulate them. We cannot change them. We cannot dictate to them. We cannot tell them what to do. They're not marionettes. They're not puppets. And they're not going to act along to my liking, my show, or my story, right? Of how I would like my life to go. Everybody has their own, right? And shit just sometimes happens. But I have to say another win and let it be a runner up, maybe not first place because I ain't perfect. But another win is definitely figuring out how to stay calm, cool, and collective, how to think before I act and react, how to think before I speak, how to really articulate with a very strong, respectful mindset and still revealing my emotions behind it. Because when it comes to that title of a co-parent, at the end of the day, it comes to me being an advocate to my child. It comes to me being an advocate to somebody who did not choose to be here. I brought him into this world, and he was, in fact, my choice. And it comes to the point of being able to give a voice to someone who may not feel so comfortable to do so. It comes to the point of being able to align things to make sense and to work themselves out. And realizing that who I was 10 years ago with the loud ass mouth and the cursing and the threats and all that good shit, it just wasn't happening, y'all. It wasn't happening. There was no wins there. There was no accomplishments. There was no satisfaction. All right, maybe I'm lying. There was a little bit of satisfaction, but not the one we want. And I was definitely not the runner up. I was definitely not in second place. I surely was not the winner, even though I thought I was. We was all losing. We was all losing and we was all losers. And there was only one person paying that consequence of that loss. And so I say that to say, with the tests from midpoint of this year, of this calendar year, the PTSD of it all, the triggers of it all, have truly been a significant test in my life. And it is a definite fucking win I want to celebrate today. Do it like it's my BDAY, baby. Because I didn't let it win. I'm still here as the leveled up, the growth version of your favorite host, Miss T. And on that note, guys, I cannot wait for you guys to see how we are going to live chapter 36 here. I know I've told you guys in the past that there is merch coming, a different series of the merch. It's still in the works. I still want to allow the signature classic look of Double Dose of Raw Talk on tees, hoodies, my fanny pack. Y'all, everybody loves it at the gym. Y'all better get you one. But most importantly, the tees and the hoodies, because I'll be rocking them shits. And you'll see those pictures pretty soon, but definitely go get you one of those and rock and rep your girl. DDRT, Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. You do not want to miss your opportunity to wear that DDRT swag. And on another note, you want to get your copy of my ebook, My Journal to Self-Love. I am definitely going to release the next journal. Are you guys ready? For 2022, because I decided to release it based on how I've been able to manage and balance my mental health post therapy sessions during this very difficult time that has been for me. And I've been journaling, and I decided to put that journaling also into place with what I've already journaled from my history with therapy and just my mental health and my mental health awareness. And I cannot wait to release this journal to you guys. That is to come in 2022. But again, you want to catch up with my journal to self-love, how I build and rebuild my confidence from one of my very lowest and deepest points. Very true story, y'all. So go get your copy, tell a friend to tell a friend. And because it is my birthday, and it's still going to be my birthday, probably till the end of this month, or even till, I don't know, the next number 18th of next month, there's still ways you can support. So not just with the merch store and the ebook, but also, like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them, send them some episodes, tell them to rate 5 stars and leave a review. You have no idea how much that helps to really put testimony to the best that I give on this damn show, regardless of what ranking it falls on. But it would be great for you guys to let your people know to come on over, hit 5 stars, and leave a dope as fuck review for your favorite host, Miss D. And one last calling, y'all. Like I said, I'm here every single Thursday with you guys. Well, every single week at this point. And I always have my good dose of Queens Infusions, fully rebranded. I will say it one more time, DDRT. Go to the link in my show notes and in my bios of my social media platforms. Put code DDRT at her Etsy shop, Queens Infusions, and you will get 20% off from one of her very amazing products, and you will be kept calm, cool, and collective, y'all. And if I gotta tell you which one is my favorite, it's definitely the Celestial Blend. You just don't want to miss your chance to get that and taste it and enjoy it and mellow the fuck out with it. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna take my merry little self, the birthday girl, and I'm gonna go keep celebrating, not only for today and the rest of the evening and the rest of the day and all that I have planned for myself, because it is my day off, y'all. Hey, here goes a good dose for y'all, a very good dose, like a tip, but it's a dose. If you can, take a day off for yourself on your birthday. Do not work on your birthday. It's a very amazing, beautiful day to celebrate life, but also with no work, like self-care, like just you, and you. Okay. That's my best tip I could give you, the best birthday advice I could give you. So I have for you guys also another dope episode next week. I'm gonna come back and let y'all know how the birthday went down and the things that I did for myself, because your girl is officially off into a good self-care long as fuck weekend for her birthday, and it will be 6 days worth of it. I had to count on my fingers, y'all, no shame. But I'm excited. I'm excited to really have my first official time off and vacation after starting this new job. And I mean like a real one. It wasn't something that was already planned. It was really like, hey, I'm gonna take time off because your girl passed the probationary period, and I did it with flying colors, y'all. But yeah, so can't wait to tell you guys about it. Stay tuned. More is to come, more guests, more content, more conversations where we get comfortable being uncomfortable, and no topic is ever off limits. You already know over here is double the dose, and I can't wait for you guys to come back, continue supporting. I love you guys as always. Oh, and shout out to some of y'all who have sent over some birthday gifts. I appreciate y'all so much. None of you ever have to do that, but I have to say I have some of the dopest fucking listeners ever and supporters, and the birthday in love is just so real, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Y'all make me so happy. This show would not be what it is without you guys, so keep tuning in, keep hitting the downloads, keep supporting your girl. Remember to tell a friend. This has been another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Miss D, and you guys will tune in next week. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.